Hello, so today I would like to talk to you about two different types of leads or two different types of phone calls that you could have. And the names we kind of give them are sort of convince and convert online, or convert online and convince on the phone. So I'm going to jump over to my screen here. Okay, so we have got our two different types of leads, our two sort of customers, if you like, two different phone calls. So I've given them names, made them up, obviously. So we've got Angie. So Angie knows who you are, she knows your name, and she can recognise your voice. Knows how you've helped people like them, exactly like them before, knows you're an expert, has an element of trust in you already, and there's an element of rapport that's kind of been built already. So when you have that kind of phone call, maybe they'll mention something they've seen, because they've seen quite a few of your videos already over a few weeks. They've got to know you a little bit. Audrey, on the other hand, doesn't know who you are personally. They know that you're a broker advisor, seen some reviews if you had them, and has just seen your ad today. So just been introduced to you today, and in fact, that is introduced to your business. And they haven't seen anything, they haven't seen a photo of you, haven't seen any videos or any content like that, but knows that you're a broker advisor doing whatever it is you do. Okay, so pros and cons. To get Angie as a customer, it's a bit more complicated when calculating your return on investment, because this has happened over a couple of weeks. You've spent time creating content, that's written content, video content, and you've also set up a campaign that's not totally complicated, but you've had to invest some time in creating a advertising campaign that isn't just one advert. And then Audrey, on the other hand, really easy to calculate the return on investment, because it is just either throwing ads and getting leads straight away, or buying those leads in. You know the cost per lead, and then you can calculate your cost per sale. So, and I'm not saying that one is right and one is wrong, because you may prefer one or the other. Don't care about Angie because you're really good on the phone, you can build rapport really quickly, and that's not an issue. Okay, yeah, so which would you prefer? Have a little think, which would be easier to deal with. Let's say they were coming in at the same volume, you were getting 10 sort of Audreys, 10 Angies. Like, which would you prefer? Would it make your life easier? Does it matter to you at all? This is one really good thing to think about when you're setting up campaigns. I would like you to consider, though, if Audrey or Angie have been looking around at other businesses and they've done it in the evening, and you guys are obviously at home and you're not at work, next morning you leave them a voicemail, and maybe 3 other broker or advisors leave a voicemail as well, pretty much saying the same thing. Are you going to stand out? Are you going to be remembered? Are they going to think, oh, I remember Joe Blogs because of his videos and everything, I'll call them first, or I've not heard of Dave from Titan Mortgages or whatever it is. So think about what extra business you could get in that situation, what business you're missing out on. If now is not the right time for them, are you going to be remembered? So if it's a case of, not a tire kicker as much, but maybe you think they're a tire kicker if you've built no rapport with them. Maybe if you've already got some rapport, and it is something they're going to do next month or in a few weeks, actually they will come back to you because you've got element of trust and rapport already. Just something to think about. And also, how many phone calls will it take to do business? Think about the amount of time you need to spend on, say, a referral where you've already got trust and rapport compared to a cold lead. Is it going to save you time dealing with customers that you've built rapport with already? And then if you have a high volume of these, which type of customer is more profitable, more sustainable? Bearing in mind, so the pros of getting your quick leads, you can just buy them, you know how much your cost per lead is, your cost per sale is, you can just keep buying them and you can scale like that. Or you could do a load of work at the beginning on creating some content, and actually you could live off that for a little bit if that's working for you. So a bit of time at the beginning, but then actually save time doing the actual business. If you've got a high volume of them, which one is actually going to work for you and be more sustainable and more profitable? So that is pretty much what I really wanted you to think about. And like I say, I'm not saying one is right and one is wrong. We generate both types of leads for our clients. This may depend on budget. So if you're doing something like Facebook ads and you just want quick leads, and you've got 20, 25, 30 pounds a day to spend on it, then and you're happy with getting those quick leads, then spend it all on that. If you're like budget's really tight and you're like, oh, £20 a day, £20, £30, that's like way too much. If you're only spending like a couple of quid, £5, then I would highly recommend you go down the other route, because if you just try and get a sale with like really tiny budget, it's just not going to work. So think about which type of customer you want to go after, and that will actually define really what type of advertising campaign you do, if any, or if you just carry on buying leads and carry on relying on introducers.